banning that one out. And yep, Soraka's still getting kicked out here. So they are looking to do some similar bans from game 2. We'll see if this pans out the same way or what. Vlad Karthus still getting kicked out. You know, Reginald only got to play Karthus once this entire tournament. And when he did, he pooped on some people. So, you know, I think they know to not let Reggie get Karthus.
You said people. Anyway,
I did.
we still have one more ban for the purple team. That is going to be TSM, as Freak had said. First ban, first pick for Dignitas. And it looks like they have banned out a good amount of Dyrus, Reginald, and you know, Odd One, not really known for his Udyr, but they can play that top as well. Dyrus can do that. So we will see what they have for their last ban. This could be a ban to force Dignitas to pick something over TSM, or they could choose to ban out Dignitas for something to pick. There's a lot of things you can do while counter picking and banning, and it's going to be Mundo, which could be utilized by both teams, but will now not.
Yeah, so what I think is going to happen here is they're actually insta-locking Nocturne. They liked that for shutting down Kog'Maw. They said, you know what, yeah, you ban Mundo, we're going to grab Nocturne. Shyvana, no. Go on Nocturne here. It's working for us. I dare you to pick Kog'Maw. I dare you, bro. I dare you to try
You know what they were able to do with a lot last game with Nocturne as well, too, and they pulled it on Dyrus quite a few times, is Voyboy would just poke, or Dyrus would get poked, yeah. Voyboy would just poke, and even though Dyrus was under his turret, Nocturne could still ult from Baron Bush right onto him. They have a kill, and they're out of there. He doesn't even have to see these there. He has to ward out farther. There's just a lot of things that come into play with top lane, and they were doing it very well. Let's see if they choose another aggressive top lane. Lee Sin still open, so they could grab that for Voyboy once again.
Now, what do you do against an Urgot Janna bottom lane? It worked so very well for Dignitas the last game. Do you go like tanky, like Graves? Do you go long range like Caitlyn, or do you just, you know, do you try to switch things out and pick like a solo and just like swap? Or
I think going
do you
tank
just go Kog'Maw and hope it works?
Yeah, I think going tank was a really great idea for them on Urgot because, as you said, the swap into the fight, there's not much you can do about that, especially that he's slowing down everybody's attack speed. So it's very, very good. But yeah, Kog'Maw, as we said, has that range. He can get up to 670 to Urgot's 425, I believe. So in that lane, there's a little bit of dominance there. And they do have that Lee Sin pickup for Voyboy top. Next special and the Odd One now.
Yeah, so they're actually going to let themselves pick almost the same champions. They've been kind of swapping them back and forth. Aside from the Urgot Janna swap, basically, this is the entire, I mean, these are all the same champions as last game. They're just kind of rehashing them on either side here. So we'll see if it's going to come down to execution then at this point, because you've kind of got these same lineups as before.
It's really tough. You got to have a support that also can focus Janna as much as Janna can focus and zone out your supports. So I don't know what they're going to go and choose for that. We do have a Dyrus pickup for Olaf. Olaf was banned out last game, and he may be able to use it this game as a special, waiting to lock in as Dyrus has his pick, and there it is. Olaf will be top. We're going to have to see Voyboy's pick.
Nice, yeah. So I like this lineup from SoloMid. This is kind of like my dream lineup for killing a Kog'Maw. It's a bunch of champions who can blitz down and crush a single target. Olaf is immune to crowd control for 5 seconds, deals a whole crap ton of damage. Shyvana can ult across walls, just burn people down, does a whole lot of damage there. The repeated Nivea, I think, is a very good choice here to try to keep Kog'Maw alive. The wall actually will stop Olaf from doing anything. PewDiePie still needs to pick a support, and they might just trade these supports back and forth as well and grab that Taric. That is going to be the case here, so it's going to be Taric Kog against Janna and Urgot, and now Voyboy, you know, has grabbed the Nivea for Skara, and Reginald will grab Ryze, so we really are just swapping the champions around pretty much everywhere. So it's Olaf instead of Renekton and Shyvana instead of Dr. Mundo, and that's it. We're seeing the same champions, almost all of them actually reversed here on both sides, so we'll see what this turns out to be.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good matchup. We have a pretty strong level 1 from Dignitas' side. But as we've seen, there have been like 0 jungle invasions in these games. Both of these teams know this is do or die right now as we come into this matchup. They have picked their last lineups they could possibly pick for this tournament if they do not win this game. And we're going to have to see who does that. TSM sporting a good amount of damage and range poke. They do have Shyvana for that tankiness as well. Reginald also building Ryze as he is innately tanky in his build. He does have the Frozen Heart. He goes for that a lot of mana, so he is going to be sustainable in fight. Dyrus usually taking a little bit of time for Olaf Champion to get up to par, but if played well in lane, can dominate early to late in the entire way. If he's put off, it's going to be a little bit like that 30-minute time bomb. You're going to have to wait for Dyrus. So he may be pushed out of his lane. We'll have to see what Voyboy can do. If Dyrus can just go off on that true damage, Voyboy may have some trouble. However, after that last showing, I'm sure Dyrus is going to play a little less aggressive, knowing that Voyboy is on a hot streak right now after that game with Lee Sin, and he's going to just go right back to it. His mind is set to those abilities, and he's going to be playing a top-notch game.
Yeah, and Dyrus has packed exhaust this game, so when Voyboy jumps on him, he can exhaust, shut down that damage output very successfully. It's going to work out well. There's 2 exhausts here for Dignitas. Looks like 2 exhausts here for Team SoloMid, special packing one. Dyrus packing the other there. Only 1 ignite here for SoloMid, 2 there for Dignitas. We'll see if that pans out to be anything special. And again, the double here for Dignitas. Locust and QtPie, both running that. They really do not want to get dropped down.
We do have, oh wow, Odd One actually running Flash on Shyvana with that burnout, giving him extra movement speed. And we see Dominate, who doesn't have that movement speed until he uses Q, actually using Exhaust. So a little bit of a switch up there. Usually you see a Shyvana take Exhaust. We do have the Janna taking it, so we will not have a double heal lane bottom as Dignitas likes to play. And we also didn't see Dignitas baiting out too many of those heals, but then again, TSM might have been playing that quite carefully, knowing that that was a double heal. Chaos grabbing heal for himself, though, as a special is going to be able to grab Clairvoyance and an Exhaust for any battles they have down bottom.
Yeah, Dignitas not bringing Clairvoyance could burn them in the end, because there's definitely the ability for Shyvana to come in and make fights happen. I mean, when you're fighting against an Urgot, he's going to be able to chain slow you. He has very, very long range, can do a lot of damage, and that's all it really takes is just one good slow to let Shyvana just burn you down to the ground, and that could be very, very bad. I think the tale of this game, I mean, it's been every time. I actually talked with Hotshot GG off stage. You'll actually see the interview in the VODs later on if you go to the website. But he was, I was like, Kog'Maw's been in most of these games. He's a really good win rate. What do you think? He's like, well, really, I think it's overstated. It's kind of a flavor of the month thing. One time it's Kog'Maw, sometimes it's Corki, sometimes it's Ezreal.
Right.
It's always like an 80 carry of the tournament. I think it's really overstated. Like, it's not that bad. I think it's overall team comp. We're not that worried. It's mostly, with referencing Dignitas, it's mostly that triple support comp. That's what we're going to ban. We're not worried about Kog'Maw necessarily. So that might be the case here. However, the way these players are playing, in that second game, Dignitas went to go shut down Kog'Maw. In the first game, Team SoloMid banned Kog'Maw. And so we'll see if that ends up being what happens here, or if it's just a full team effort and he just happens to get all the last hits.
Yeah, they've been doing really well, and something I've said before as well is Kog'Maw is a relatively inexpensive champion to buy your damage for. We see a lot of these champions, and we actually saw they took Baron. He had a Dagger, 2 Dorans, and the Zeal, and they were able to take Baron down with about their 4 team and at the 18-minute mark. So even with that W, it really helps, and it's really strong, especially with giving you range early game, and coming into lane, you get that range if you choose to take W. So you can start pushing people out. You're already doing a percentage of their health. And it's going to be fantastic with Locust there to stun him up. The Void Ooze right under him. The great team comp. But like you said, that Urgot Janna, he can still get you from a distance. Janna can wait to throw her Howling Gale just as you get out of distance or you're unslowed by Urgot to make it happen again. So that is such a tough lane to go at. He's getting extra attack damage from the shield, and you're also slowed from Zephyr. So there's just so much slow to come from that composition. As you said, there is always a question of how are we going to beat this lane.
Mm-hmm. And so, we'll see what ends up happening with this. You're looking at, a lot of damage available from Dignitas, a lot of control as well. They have, Lee Sin and Anivia and Nocturne as before. They're all able to really mess with these champions and cause kills out of almost nowhere. But you've got a very durable, very safe SoloMid lineup. You've got Ryze, Shyvana, Urgot, Dyrus on Olaf. Like, none of those guys are going to be easy kills there for SoloMid, so you never know if it's going to work for them or not.
All right, guys. This is the last game for one of these teams. If you would like to see Dignitas move on into the championship matchup, let's hear it for Dignitas. And your purple team moving their way into the jungle. If you would like to see TSM carry this on and bring on one of their first wins of a tournament in a while, let's hear it for TSM. Already pretty aggressive, Freak. This is the first time we've seen this much aggression early in the game. How are they going to work this?
Locust might work this by running into a... Oh, he wards it! Oh, it will get killed, but they now know that SoloMid are all up in his tri-brush, and he's going to go ahead and hide. SoloMid did a nice job. They sent a special there on Janna to ward this entrance, to watch for the most common counter jungle entrances. The rest of the team went down, camped that brush. They did survive it. Again, Dignitas does not have clairvoyance. It will be hard for them to deal with these invasions.
Yeah, you can see Kog'Maw, or QtPie, hasn't even taken his skill. He's actually in that brush will have a little bit of range on Voidooz if he wants to slow them. The Flash Frost coming from behind him. It's actually a nice bush attack if they were able to get it. They're waiting for TSM, but TSM decided to back, as we see. And they're saying, I think they're at the red, guys. We should probably formulate something and strategically go at our red. We got this. They're going to find a little bit of nothing there, but they are going to keep it safe. And it looks like TSM is actually going for a little more aggression. Will they challenge golems? Or are they going to actually challenge this red still?
Well, they've already sent 2 away. Odd One's already jungling. Darius will probably pull for him.
Wow.
But SoloMid are actually still making a stab for it. If Cutie Pie waits long enough, he'll see him. They see Dominate. Okay, it's been pulled. They're there.
There it is. Rune goes down.
Good slow
Very
there.
nice Voidooz.
Dominate makes it out, but they've completely disrupted that jungle now. They've stopped the ability for them to take that loser buff easily. Dominate very low on health now. And of course, he went boots and potions, so it's a pretty difficult camp for him too. And wow, Odd One again saving his smite in this camp. Might go for an invasion or just use it for golems.
And Dominate finally getting over to that blue to take it out, and here he goes. Yes, it's going to be Wraiths, mid, and Golem, or Egg Golem. I think he actually just walked by it there. He was taking some damage, and looks like he's got that popped on the health pot, and he is, no. I was going to say, was he going to counter? He knows that Dominate's already having a little bit of trouble. He's going to head in here and see that the blue is gone. Will he continue to run, though? And he is going to continue to run. He gives a ping out. They have the CV down, and it looks like he will see him going on the other side. They still have a position to take Void Boy, so he's actually got this in his mind that I still have a little bit of time to push. Void Boy's playing quite hard on Dyrus. Dyrus is still baiting out a lot of Void Boy's attacks, and here comes, could be a red buff attack here from the Odd One.
Yeah, Scar taking some damage from Reginald. Someone goes, oh, top lane, looks like Void Boy, and he's going to get jumped on by the Odd One. Has to flash out right now. The exhaust is on. Lands the axe. Void Boy still trying to run. Can he get out? No! First blood picked up by the Odd One. And that reminds me of game 1. This could look very, very good for Olaf and Shyvana here, already pressing down onto these minions. Not going for too much turret damage, but they are clearing these minion waves out very, very fast. Odd One taxing the lane. And they will give up on the turret. Bottom lane, a little bit of pressure going on. KX down about 2/3, Cutie Pie at half. Locust pretty low as well. Looks like SoloMid are actually winning that lane right there. See if Cutie Pie can react right now.
Ward coming
hitting
out.
A few minions.
Locust warding bottom, getting that Dragon Ward down. Good job. Now they can push this lane as much as they want.
And if you hear the crowd cheering in the background, that is CLG ending the second game, getting that victory over Monomaniac. So CLG will be moving on to the losers bracket finals. Monomaniac, congrats on your 4th place, guys. I don't think anyone expected you to come this far. You guys did awesome for sure. Can't wait to see more of you, but right now it is SoloMid versus Dignitas. 600 gold to lead. Void Boy jumping in on Dyrus. Happily taking that damage and actually getting him down to half health. Excellent play right there. Dyrus already with some armor boost. Is ahead of Void Boy right now.
Yeah, Void Boy doing a very good job of allowing a few attacks before his abilities to get maximum effect
Ooh,
out of them.
KX getting hit really hard right now. Cutie Pie and Locust, but he gets the shield. They will survive.
Very nice job there. Cutie Pie actually getting hit with that, but they turned on it, and the damage trade was just a little bit more in their favor. You can see KX was backing off, saying, I may have landed that, but this hurts a lot. That W putting out some pain, and that range is going to help him as well. Special in the bush. They do have it warded, but he's still going to chill in there. It's always good. Keep yourself out of vision a little bit.
Boy, we're waiting for Safeguard to come back up. We'll then move in. Shields and minion. Doesn't stop Darius from the last hit anyway, and now he's moving in, doing some nice damage there. But Darius has 73 armor right now, so it is hard for Lee Sin to break through on that.
Looks like we do have some backs. Anivia picking up that Sapphire Crystal. Going to go ahead and move the Ruby out to the right. I don't know. Special spots. People like to move their items, but that is going to be a catalyst. 5 minutes and 30 seconds in the game. Everybody's starting up their recipes here. We do have a Scepter going on to Shyvana. That was just purchased. Lee Sin yet to back up top. He actually did back once, but he didn't get anything. Yeah, he died. He didn't choose to purchase anything on that, though, and he does have 700 gold to himself, so he will have a Wriggles if he decides to grab that.
Yeah, or yeah, he can get boots and then kind of sit there. Yeah. See what happens. KX running low on mana, so he could choose to recall pretty soon. Has that point in shield now. Cutie Pie maxing out Bioarcane Barrage first. Not a big surprise there. Boy, jumping in on Dyrus, some good damage again being dealt. He's down a level though, until a minion dies and he's equal again, but Dyrus happily last hitting, and Shyvana Coming again here, the odd one's going to be happily jumping in for this fight. Voyboy sees him. Hey guys, how's it going?
Just dancing, just dancing. Ted dancing.
Some good damage dealt, okay. And he's still waiting around. Yeah, he's just forcing Voyboy to miss last hits. That's all the odd one's doing, is saying, you know, I'm missing out on some juggle XP, but I'm making you miss out on more gold, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's very well played there. Always playing mind games with the lanes. It doesn't mean, ganks don't have to mean you get a kill. If you are expending flashes of your opponent, if you are making them ghost, that is a successful gank. You can go back around maybe just in a few seconds and do it again. So it's something to utilize. As you know, you are getting the upper hand just by making them use their summoner spells. And Cutie Pie taking a turret shot there to the face, but he is able to throw some shots back at Chaos.
Let's see. So, quick update, by the way, on Mana Maniac versus Counterlogic Gaming. I think Misfortune was used in that lineup. Jana, Vlad, Lee Sin, MF, Olaf. That was Mana Maniac. Counterlogic Gaming running Shyvana, Ari, Corki, Leona, and Cho'Gath.
The Cho'Gath farm hotshot GG strat.
Yeah, pretty much. And they managed to get a 20-minute Baron in that game and kind of just push it on through. The scores in both those games actually look pretty dominant. It was 13-1 at one point for CLG. They closed that one out pretty quickly. Dominate sitting up blue buff.
Yep.
Scar will grab that with the last bit of his mana.
Good stop there on the Flame Breath. It looks like they will get out without taking too much damage, just milling about and kind of showing, you know, we have vision on this. We may have a little bit more control than you do. Playing mind games again. Next special. It's farming away again at Janna.
Yeah, dude, last hitting like a boss special at 2, but Tarek already at 3, so kind of falling behind there as a special. Top lane, Voyboy running around past the odd one. Q's Dyrus jumps in.
Oh, peekaboo!
Oh, he kicks away, and he should just should be enough to get away. He dodged the Undertow with a flash. Oh, Dyrus. Oh, Retro coming in as well. There's a flash. They catch up to Voyboy. W's away. Won't be enough. Reginald picks up that kill.
TSM is doing exactly what they need to do as well. Obviously letting Dignitas get Dragon. They're able to grab a few kills, but they are shutting down Voyboy. It's exactly what they want to do. They got a babysit that top. The burn from Dragon. Almost taking down Locust.
If it weren't for the heal, he'd have died. Yeah, who would have died if not for that heal? So he did good away. No embarrassing execute there. Oh, wow, Cutie Pie.
Wow, that is some damage. Slicing through his health.
That was 3 Qs. That did like 600 damage. Yeah, that's some pain. That'll hurt you a little bit. You can see also some armor pen stack here from Chaos. Pretty similar build coming out there. 39. Reginald leading the charge with the odd one. He is now 6, so Shyvana can turn into a full-fledged dragon this time around.
And they're going to have a good push on this mid turret. I don't think any opposition. No, it looks like they're going to go up. Double kill here?
They might want to catch up Voyboy again.
3v1 rather?
Yeah, why not?
See, again, like I said, focusing Voyboy. Here we go. Back to top lane. They're going to go back Tri-Bush. And Voyboy's like, I don't see a lot of people. I don't see a lot of people right now. I don't feel safe. Guys, I think I need some assistance at my turret.
And there's the ghost from Dyrus. Can Voyboy escape? He kicks him back. But he gets jumped on by the odd one. There is that kill being picked up. Voyboy not having too much fun in this game, getting picked up repeatedly. Cutie Pie getting pushed on as well by Chaos, so 700 gold to lead right now.
You know, it is unfortunate for Voyboy because he is still trying to get that farm in. He is still trying to ward his lane, so he's spending money on these wards, but they're just pathing around them every time, luckily. Nobody came through Tri-Bush. They went right behind him that time, and it's just very unfortunate that he's getting camped so much in top lane as he is one of the stronger players, always winning the solo lane for him in Dignitas. Obviously saw last game shutting down Dyrus, but now they're saying, we don't want that to happen again. Dyrus is playing a strong game, but let's make that even stronger.
Yep, let's see what they can do with this Dyrus. 0-0-3. None of the kills went to him, but 3 assists is still a fair bit of gold. Is outlast hitting Lee Sin as well. 84 minions to 76. So the Rise gangs have been taxing his own minion kills, of course. Champion kills worth a whole lot more, so you can't really blame him for much. It's like the 70 CS Kog'Maw. But it's 81 on Urgot, so every lane, except for that mid, winning in minions. And You know, that's really, really good for SoloMid. There's a stun up on a KX. The shield is there. First damage comes out. KX at half health. Oh my gosh, look at him get chunked there. Ult will miss after he flashes, but Cutie ready to go for some more pressure there. Nocturne waiting in the wings, but he's revealed by that pink ward, so I'm surprised he didn't ult in, actually. He could have gotten some good damage there.
Odd1 finishing his Wriggle Lantern on Shyvana. He's going to be back in the jungle. They can probably do some more objectives now. Baron is going to be spawning in about 4 minutes. We'll see. We've seen a lot of early Barons and unopposed Barons in this tournament, so anything is possible when that 15-minute mark hits.
Never see Boy. Last hitting minions over and over is just what he's going to keep doing and try to catch up to Olaf in this game. I feel like Olaf will outscale him though, so he's got to find some way to make things happen. He's going for a little bit of pressure here. Darius getting his health back using W with that undertow. It's making him pretty happy here. Shyvana again.
Pretty big minion wave here, Freak. Oh, but he warded his backside this time. Hey ho, he's going to be all right on this one.
At least I'm going to crush these minions down. But here comes Reginald as well. He definitely must know that they're coming over here. Reginald's been revealed by that ward. Leeson actually just feeling safe anyway. This Golem, I mean, Anivia's blue is out, so it's not too terribly far away. They're a little bit early, though.
Feeling pretty at home here.
Oh,
in Dominate. Oh, nice Dominate putting the ward out. Very nice job there. Heavily grabbing the ward. That was great as well. Getting 3 attacks on it before it disappeared.
Okay, they will move and posture for this. It's 2v2 at bottom lane.
They're just out of vision.
All right. And Dominic going to take a bunch of damage up front. Here comes everyone else. A lot of damage on the odd one. Dominic looks like he will fall first. Boy, very, very low, tries to get out. Kicks back the odd one. And then he picks up that kill. But blue buff is on Reginald once more. 2 for 1 and the blue steal. Skara trying to leave, trying not to get rooted. Looks like he'll be okay here. Bot lane, all right. Chaox very, very low. Special out of mana. There's the burst on a Chaox.
Oh, the heal bait!
Cutie Pie going for the damage. One more attack. Will get it. Big special.
Oh, man. He was hungry for that kill.
Yeah, did pick that one up. I think it's still worth it, though. They got 300 gold. Onto Kog'Maw. They did not get nearly as much on Urgot. I think that trade's pretty acceptable if you're Dignitas, but still it's 2 to 6. They're down 1,000 gold. Now it's only 1,000 gold. That's not too bad. That's not too huge of a lead. They're keeping the game pretty close. More cheers, yells from the crowd. A special 11 minions now. 3 above Tarek.
And a kill.
Oh, he whiffed it. Come on, it's special. Get this one. Oh, he's recalling. Okay, fine. Crush a couple more minions here.
Cutie Pie returning to lane. Locust actually went for Wriggles. Locust went for Wriggles. Cutie Pie going for Wriggles this time. And instead of a lot of damage, we'll see Urgot going into that Brutalizer. Obviously, the defense of Glacial Shroud into what was the Frozen Heart. What is the Frozen Heart? And as we said, with that reverse, with that exchange, he needs to be tanky to be able to take a lot of damage if he's going to choose to initiate the fight with that. And right now, doesn't have too much HP, but he's going to innately get there with that shield, with the rest of his scaling HP throughout the game. Right now, he's level 9. It is Cutie Pie at level 8, so he's got a little bit of a level advantage there on damage. They find Skara in middle. Looks like they will egg him. Rebirth is off. No, he makes it out in time. Gets the wall down and thwarts that fight, so this could be a dragon challenge here. They do have low health. This is a great time for TSM to be doing this. Cutie Pie and Locust off on the wing, getting rid of the ward. And it looks like they do catch Locust. The burst damage just so much. Can he get the heal off? Cutie Pie has found a kill onto Chaos. Also turning onto Reginald, trying to make it a triple kill. Does Dominate get Dustspringer on to Xpecial. The shield goes up. He does fire it down, and he does get the movement speed. Shield is up. She chooses to attack, and the shield just was up before that happens. The wall goes down, and it was on the wrong side.
Yeah, Scar preventing kills from his own team. The Dragon did go to SoloMid as they're still up. Now 1,700 gold. Darius, of course, pushing top turret as well. Odd one alone at this turret, though. This could be a good dive for them. Cutie Pie going for some damage. Now he's got blue buff as well. Boba coming in there. He's going to go for this kill. There's some good damage. He's going to Dragon out.
Oh.
They will survive, but this will be a turret kill, so it's going to go 1 for 1 on turrets. Going to equalize that out. They got those kills on Chaos, and it's a 3-kill Kog'Maw. So, again, Dignitas' strat is in Cutie Pie they trust. And they're trusting him a whole heck of a lot right now.
Looks like they are just going to go ahead and push mid out here. They're going to try to gather 5 together and get a push on mid. They do not have a turret yet. 16 minutes into the game. losing that middle one for themselves. We'll see if they can come back on this here and push down the mid turret. They do have a good congregation of Dignitas around them. So,
all right, let's see what's going on. SoloMid holding this mid. Dyrus almost one shots away right there. Jana taking some of those CS as well. Up to 14. Oh, there's a flash coming in.
He tried to get the switch on. Very nice try by Urgot. The hyperkinetic position reverser.
Hyperkinetic position reverser.
Just saying.
AKA swap.
Swap them out.
All right, crashing through these minions. Dignitas 1-0-2 on Scar again, going for that Chalice. Again, the Catalyst, and again, the Merc Treads. Very similar build to before. Okay, making his way to bot lane. Sees some minions there. Nice little shield from Jana. See what they can do with this. Olaf still crushing through his minion waves. Level 12.
Voyboy waiting on the side to get its farm on. Dyrus is like, I'm just going to go ahead and freeze this lane as much as possible. Allow the minions to come up. Voyboy now is like, hey, all right, it's my turn. I'll push him back to you in a second.
Uh-oh, Locust. That's been warded. And they're not going to give that away. And now they will. Locust is not in a happy place right now. Oh, now they're going to jump in on KX. There was a bait. Have not landed the stun. No, he hasn't landed the stun. KX going down. And now it's special. Not in a good place. No spells are up. Locust takes some damage. Still chasing PewDiePie.
Nice job.
Picking it up. He is 4-1. That Locust bait, he had someone to heal up. Oh my god. I mean, if he seriously knew there was a ward there and was like, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Oh, surprise! That was pretty awesome. So Locust last hits the turret. Nice job there.
Very well. Playing whack-a-mole with Tarek. Actually evening up the gold and the kills perfectly on that at 18 minutes. We're 2 turrets to 2. 24,000 gold to 24,000 at 6 and 6. And this is how a game 3 should be right now. Neck and neck. Turrets have gone down on both sides. Both mid and bottom to mid and top have gone down respectively on either side of the map. And right now they are going to grab up their blue, gather those jungle resources, and we're going to see something around Baron possibly quite soon as those Wriggles are out, and we've seen earlier Barons between these two teams. So why not now?
Yeah, so excellent steal there. Skara not with that blue buff now is going to be a little bit painful for him. Thankfully did bring that child, which helps him a bit. Voyboy needs to desperately gain some levels though. Lee Sin gains a lot of stats per level, gets the very valuable ones being health and magic resist per level, really needs those to gain up so he can survive Rise. So looks like he's going to go for the fast Frozen Heart, not the Banshees this time around. More afraid of physical damage here for good reason. We'll see how this pans out for him. See KX's minions, only 130, PewDiePie 136, so slightly ahead, of course has kills in his favor as well. Look at this gold distribution, 6,500 gold. The richest champion in the game is PewDiePie's Kog'Maw. So they are going to rely on him to deal as much damage as possible. It's the BF sword and the crit cloak. Thank you. Special running through.
He's about 1,300 gold to finish that Infinity Edge. And it looks like he's going to do what ADU carries do best and farm up down bottom. It looks like we are going to see some TSM pressure though. In middle, they're saying, hey, we see a lot of people bottom. Let's start doing this right here. Kog'Maw's away. They do have 3 that are towards mid and towards bot, so they're going to challenge, at least try to draw this fight out.
No vision right now. They do know that ward is down there. There's some pings. They want to try to pick up the kill on Locust. They see everyone on D. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Man.
Oh, it's going to be bad. And they jumped in now. There's the other one. But PewDiePie, good positioning. Let's see what they can do here.
Star getting eggs as he goes down.
Yeah, and PewDiePie's on top of everyone. He's on top of that team, and he doesn't care. The Jungle goes up, the damage is everywhere. He flashes over the wall. Oh my gosh, they're going to clean up here. Olaf will fall, and Dignitas went 4-2. Xpecial picked up his second kill of the game, and he's now trying to run away. Xpecial's 2-1. He has almost the best record on his team. Second to only Dyrus. Running away now, not having a good chance here. Oh,
there it is.
Dignitas.
Wow. PewDiePie was so deep into that fight that I don't think people could find him to click on him. I think that's the reason he lived for so long.
Yeah, that was amazing because it started out with Dignitas like derping and running right into him, and PewDiePie was here, and he's like, damage, 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 damage. Runs in, jump to the wall, flash, damage, damage, damage. Just, I mean, it might have been luck, but like he got juggled to a wall that he flashed over. Like PewDiePie was not hittable in that fight. It was amazing, and when that guy has all the gold, he's destroying people's faces. It worked out quite well. They actually blew up Rise first and right away. And I gotta believe that was partially Anivia's fault, just doing a lot of burst damage there and comboing Rise down, who only has 64 magic resist. That is a killable dude. Doesn't have any bonus health at all, really.
Yeah, almost has his Frozen Heart built as well. They're actually all over the place right now as I see them being built. Or going for, rather. Frozen Mallet on. Olaf right now making him quite tanky. Dyrus is getting into that position.
Oh, they see him. Okay. Better than last time.
Oh, they are pushing him out here. Urgot gets that down.
Oh, they split up Reginald.
Confused. The Rune Prison goes down. They choose to go into the fight. They get it onto Reginald. Reginald having the flash over the wall, and they are going to pressure into this. Looking down on it, Cutie Pie getting focused, now switched out, and it almost saves them on the fight. They are forced to change their focus, which causes them to take too much damage though. And it looks like they now turn on Reginald. Reginald's feared out, taking too much damage. Xpecial trying to keep him alive with the ultimate there, pushing him out. A lot of health still between Voyboy, Locust, and Dominate. Dominate coming out. Taric goes down, Locust is focused, Dominate is focused. It's all to Voyboy to stay alive. 3v1 situation. Too much damage. Dyrus almost going down. Voyboy staying alive. The shield is up, but he's not going to be able to take it for the 2v1. Goes down valiantly in an amazing fight by both teams. Leaves them at 5-2. An ace coming out of the hands for TSM.
Wow, so 14-13 the kill score. They've actually traded 5 for 3 fights on both sides now, and the gold is 100 apart. And by the way, guys, Xpecial 3-2. Still picking up kills right here. Locust is 2-1. Both supports going positive kill death in this game. I mean,
it's got to be a team effort in the third match,
man. Everyone's sharing these kills. KX actually the only guy not on the scoreboard. Poor KX. Getting out-killed by his lane mate. Alrighty, Taric running across. Now neither team actually able to afford oracles anymore. Bringing pink wards around. Unless Shyvana got a new one. Nope. Pink wards everywhere, basically. Alright, Dominate gonna leave the charge for Dragon. Looks like it's not gonna be contested. House will like that gold. Now, Voyboy's gotta be a little bit careful. Good pink ward by Xpecial. Clears out some of these wards. Looks like that Dragon. Actually, they could get jumped on. This could get real scary. Dignitas sees them all coming over. SoloMid will keep moving towards Dragon. They're gonna have to give this up actually. Locust doesn't have flash. He's trying to hide right now.
He is out of vision. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. Locust gets caught out. He is inside. The Nocturne ulti comes in. Dominate going in, and Cutie Pie is on the outside. The ulti. Locust somehow still alive. Finally goes down. The focus onto Reginald, and he will fall. Shyvana ulti coming out will press everybody to the right side of Dragon, but it looks like TSM will dominate this fight. Skara is forced to run, and they will be in pursuit of Skara. He is almost out of mana. He does have enough for a wall. It is coming up on a 10-second cooldown, and that ultimate is going to slow everybody down enough for him to get out alive. 2 of TSM did go down, so very nice job there. The Dragon was opposed. Whew. What a fight.
Yeah, the Dragon did go to SoloMid. They did not do the damage in time. It was just Taric and Nocturne, and they could not blitz that down. So unfortunate there for Dignitas, kind of throwing away a little bit of that advantage they had before. They're now down in gold once more. Let's see if they can turn this around, because Cutie Pie now has been dying twice in a row in these fights. He's now down to 5-3. And Chaos picked up 3 kills in that fight on the Urgot, so he's actually getting all kinds of powerful. It looks like Guardian Angel might be the next pickup for him. So good luck killing that Chaos anymore. Urgot's going to be a tanky dude.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be perfect for Chaos to start switching and swapping people in and out of the fight. Janna going up to place down a ward. Xpecial now kind of milling about there. They did see the ward gun. It's just in range. How unfortunate of the pink on the other side, and they are going to go for this Baron. Anivia has put her ult down. She does not have blue buff, so it's going to cost her a lot to leave that down, as they're not doing too much damage. They don't have vision as well either. Xpecial does bring clairvoyance to the battle, so they'll have that. I believe it is up right now, so he can use that. He knows that they're not doing that much damage. They're trying to get a little bit of vision here and there. Looks like Dignitas is going to be forced to back off on this one. Yeah, they do have vision right on the backside, though.
Yeah, I mean, if they could manage to collapse onto the odd one or someone to pick up that kill, did force odd one to B, but I think they know that they've sort of disengaged, and he's safe to actually recall for health. Xpecial still holding up that 3-2, 9 assists on him. KX does have the Guardian Angel now. It's going to be very hard to get rid of him. 7,600 gold, 8,400 though still on Kog'Maw. Is richer than anyone on SoloMid and anyone on his team. Navy not far behind either, though. Actually, the Ancients will actually give Kog'Maw some damage. The AP will help. Cog now has an eye edge going for a Zeal next, so he's going to be a very big damage machine. Problem is, there was a lot of armor on these guys. 148 on Dyrus, 184, 165, odd ones at 150 without Dragon Form. I mean, those damage is going to be reduced very, very heavily by PewDiePie. They're going to rely on magic damage here for a lot of it. I don't know if it's going to matter enough for him.
It's going to be quite a tanky team. He is going that Frozen Mallet into the Atma's Impaler, so that's going to be a lot of damage coming from his HP. As he starts losing it, he's going to attack faster, so everything he's building on Olaf really synergizing nicely right now. Urgot, as you said, finally finishing that Guardian Angel. It's going to be very nice for him in that build. He does still have that Glacial Shroud for defense and some good cooldown reduction from the Brutalizer as well. And that Glacial, so that adds on to help him. He can quickly do those Qs and get his abilities back up for shield as well and keep himself in the fight. So a lot of great builds on the side of TSM, heading over to see what Dignitas has. As you said, Skara building a little bit of Spell Vamp as well to keep himself there. The Rod of Ages and Nocturne obviously going for tanky now. He does have that Frozen Mallet build going on. Just GP10s on Taric, as you would see usually on the supports, even though they are getting kills at highest KD as they're coming into this game. Still got a few finished items on Lee Sin. He does have a Frozen Mallet as well. There's a lot of slow between both of these teams. Lee Sin probably could have gone for something different there. Voyboy, however, it's his build. They do have a Skara, however, to continuously slow, so he could have put that into a little bit more damage, but he does want tankiness, so he's going for that double build there. And obviously Kog'Maw being very scary with the Infinity Edge right now. So he's definitely going to be outputting more damage than Chaos on Urgot, but Urgot's going to be able to keep poking them if they get outside range. So we'll have to see how this next fight goes down. Urgot will have no problem switching somebody out with that Guardian Angel on.
Yeah, he'll be happy to just give someone a bad position and go for it. This is going to be determined, honestly, by this Kog'Maw. I hate to say it, but it's really going to be, can he get the damage output and melt the tanks down? Because the rest of Team SoloMid, they're all tanky damage threats, and the one guy to beat tanky damage threats is a Kog'Maw. He scales off of your opponent's health, and that damage is magical, which is useful when the opponents are all stacking armor. So see if they can make this happen. He's got the Zeal, he's got good attack speed, 1.3 right now. 1.32 to be more specific. They're right on that side of the wall there again. Lee Sin jumps to a ward.
Oh, they know they got him split. He moved on that quite quickly. Voyboy saw the entrance in the fight. He was like, Skara is off to the right. However, they would have been pincered. I think they would have had enough to get to Skara in time and burst him down. They did just, however, reward that bush that they got oracles on, and it was a great safeguard to that ward to stop them from just attacking it again. So they're able to stick that there and keep it for the next 3 minutes. And a lot of focus here is just above the river towards the top half of the map. It's all about Baron right now. We are going to see Dyrus going bottom, and Dyrus is not running a teleport, so we may see a challenge for that Baron, but it looks like Kog'Maw, or QD, no, he is moving up to the top. We'll have to see what they do here.
Yeah, well, Dyrus making his way back up towards this blue. We'll probably give it to Reginald, though he has a maximum cooldown reduction right now. Still, would like to wear that blue buff just for some mana regeneration, because why not? No, he's actually going to leave it for Dyrus, so Dyrus will wear the mana regeneration and cooldown reduction proudly, and he will be a very huge threat here because of this. Has the App Mallet build done. Skara hoping his blue buff will come up sometime in the future because he really wants that mana for himself. Kidiba has a fresh red. He's going to use that as long as he can. That's actually going to be a very big asset in these coming fights, being able to slow down those tanks that are going to be dealing with him.
Oh, wow. Dyrus building more. He just bought a giant spout, so he's going to be doing more damage and be even more tanky. It has hit 30 minutes, and Olaf becomes very scary at this point in the game. He has blue buff on as well, so Undertow coming up even quicker, unless he's not picking it up, rather. It's really not going to help the cooldown. If he does, it just resets to a certain, and it looks like they're going to challenge this almost with the Janna Steel. He's been pretty good on that with Howling Gale this tournament. And we'll have to see a challenge here. They did get that to Skara. He's going to be able to facilitate a lot of damage in this fight by throwing down his ultimate with blue buff, because he can just set it down and set it and forget it. We'll have to see if he does that. They're kind of milling. They don't have the range for Kog'Maw right now. They have to be careful of that choke point. If they're all on the right side of that towards Baron, Kog'Maw is only going to be able to living artillery off. And he's really not going to be able to help out his team too much.
Yeah, so they have actually forced each other back right now. Kog'Maw with some good poke, but Locust heals it for the most part all the way back up. And SoloMid making a nice move. They're going to get a free turret out of this. No, they're going to back up because they're very afraid. Dignitas, they know they're collapsing on. PewDiePie might get cut out here. He's got to be careful. Voyboy putting the shield up. And they're at odds with each other. They do know most of this. This position is actually pretty good for Dignitas. TSM cannot get through this funnel, and PewDiePie will be safe on Kog'Maw. Now Shyvana making her way around. That is actually a nice move. They can actually flank Cog. They can melt him down. He has flash and heal, but they don't have their own Janna, so if they can get onto the position, they can stick, and they can make that happen.
Getting these minion waves pushed, making sure they aren't in any danger of losing a tower, and it looks like they are going to once again start pressuring this area. Shyvana and Janna pushed up towards top, and Voyboy kicking it to start it here. They're going to throw the ult down. That attack going down onto Baron, so he is going to be able to hit it. Good amount of damage, however, going out. They may be able to get the smite onto this. 3,000 health on Baron. They are going to go in for it, and it looks like Dignitas will get the Baron. Nocturne ulti goes off to focus to its special. Janna ulti goes off, and Dyrus about to run free. Starts going for Kog'Maw, but he turns around getting slowed. They say, no, let's go for Dominate first. We're going to take him out. Now focus on Locust. Locust getting pushed out. The Baron, not enough for TSM, not enough to stop TSM, I should say. And they are going to be pushing down towards mid. This turret will be there, so grabbing 2 kills on a Baron take. Dignitas taking a little bit too much damage there, and it's going to be none for free 2 kills.
So ultimately, if you don't count current map position, that was better for Dig than for Team SoloMid. They got a Baron for the cost of 2 kills, and that's A-okay. They're happy to have that trade go out. However, 2 things happened. Dignitas, first of all, looked very confused in that fight. They did not focus on a single target. You know, Dyrus ran in there, kind of messed with QtPie, then ran out. Didn't really get below half health. No one really did too much there to him. He kind of got some free harass off. And then for the rest of it, you know, now of course they have time to run around the map, control stuff. They're going to get the 2nd dragon in a row for themselves. Picked up that lower turret. They just grabbed a whole lot of advantages thanks to those earlier deaths. And now it's going to be kind of scary for Dignitas to run around. They're down 4,000 gold, but they're still wearing the Baron buff on 3 champions. And probably the 3 most important champions here is Lee Sin, Skara, QtPie, all wearing that Baron buff. That will help them quite a lot.
Looks like now that the focus does not have to be on the Baron objective, they're going to go ahead and get all of their lanes pushed without worrying about their map position for a second. They don't have to be anywhere right at the moment. Going to go ahead. Locust farming up bottom like a boss. And looks like Reginald's going to go ahead and take a few things for himself. Frozen Heart and Banshee Veil finish for Reginald. The Tear of the Goddess building himself some mana still if it's not maxed out already. Looks like we have a phase going on of more slow for Chaos. They're all going for quite a tanky build, actually. We'll have to see Janna with the Aegis to help out her team. Zeke's Herald as well. It's going to be putting out some attack speed for her team and lifesteal, so that's going to be huge for them, especially for Dyrus getting into those fights. Come up, we see them moving up towards top lane. Shyvana and Voyboy meeting each other face to face. Shyvana's like, Odd1 thinks he doesn't want to lose his oracles right now. He doesn't know where the rest of the team is. Not a time to fight. He's going to go ahead, head back to the jungle, gather with his team in middle. That is a group of 4 right now. Looks like Olaf is going to go down. They'll start invading a little bit here. Stealing the resources. Is red up, really? They did not, oh, they did leave their red buff up, so it looks like they're going to get a steal on this as well.
Wow, Dyrus getting the red buff is going to be really, really nice for him. He's going to love to have that buff there. Coming Hex Drinker now is going to keep getting tankier and tankier. 248 attack damage. It's going to jump up to plus 70 with Vicious Strikes on. So that's going to be about 320 damage when he's got that active. He's a very, very scary man right now. Dyrus might be given the blue buff. Yes, he will. Dyrus going to wear double buffs. And he's going to be happy to be 4-3 and 14 and wear double buffs into this next team fight. Dignitas has 1 minute left on Baron. They do want to push while this is up. Unfortunately, they've got no other buffs but those 3 Barons, so we'll see what that turns into.
Very scary Kog'Maw tank or hitting at the turret. He does have Phantom Dancer, Wriggles, and Infinity Edge with those Zerks. He is leveling. He actually leveled W and E to go for more slow on the E and not that passive attack speed right now. That is 20% more attack speed from his Q, which really gives Kog'Maw an advantage. And as I've said before, that green elixir on Kog'Maw is so dangerous. It really takes you off guard. The crits come out so much faster, and he can really plow somebody down quite quickly. Dyrus, however, wasn't taking too much damage from Chaos in the last fight, or not Chaos, rather QtPie. So we will have to see how that pans out. We did see Dyrus ultimate and focus right onto QtPie, pushing him out of the fight. As Freak said, they weren't really given the time to focus anybody. Maybe that'll happen again. We'll have to figure out who they start to focus on.
Right now, QtPie. Well, he's looking good right now. He's got decent items, but the Team SoloMid has been able to just collapse on Dignitas' front line. The Baron buff is now timed out. It's going to be spawning before 39 minutes into this game. And we'll see if there's going to be a push for it, if these teams are going to kind of sit back and farm until that point actually starts. It seems possibly likely here. We'll see what happens. Red buff is gone. Void going back towards top, still not 18. Dyrus has been so for a while. See how that pans out as well. At Mallet being there for Voidboy, at Mallet being there. Also for Dyrus. And they're just standing off right now. They're really, both teams are very afraid. They know that this game means a whole lot. Neither team wants to have to fight CLG and risk losing down to third place. They would both love to make it to the grand finals. TSM with a slight advantage, even wearing a blue elixir on their Janna. She has nice items.
4 frozen mallets in this game right now.
Wow, there are definitely.
Awesome, a lot of slow going on from both of these teams. Actually, 2 frozen mallets per team, I should say, and 2 pickaxes being picked up. Actually, so the last Whisper being grabbed by Kog'Maw as he starts with the pickaxe, looking for that sword, and then the next purchase. And also Lee Sin got a pickaxe as well, so more damage there.
Could be going for some last Whispers here. That would be pretty appropriate here. Cutie Pie would love to have that. It would actually let him start burning down on the Olaf. See if that ends up being the case there. Scar leading the charge, 18. They spotted Auburn as he cleared out some of these wards. And look at the map vision for Team SoloMid. They can see almost everything right now. Both sides of the jungle. Dignitas actually doing a pretty good job themselves. They've seen that upper jungle a fair amount. And that red is up. They can make a stab for it. But I don't think they know that it's available. Yeah, and now Dyrus will grab that.
They are going to be heading into the jungle somewhat.
See what they can do with this. Moving around, the minions are around there. There's Ab on the right-hand side. Voidboy kind of spots him. Locust running about. Skara up there. There's Cutie coming in. They're just waiting to push down and get themselves a team fight. Baron in the next 30 seconds about. Still, SoloMid can see them all around the map. Their ward positioning is great. They're just seeing them and all their movements. Locust, if he's not careful, could get caught out here. Dignitas needs to be careful with this one.
A lot of these wards on the map are still fresh here, and as you're saying, oh, nice clearing by Odd One as he gets another one out. There's one in the tri-bush that may affect them at a Baron fight. As you said, that's not going to be up for a little bit here. We do have TSM forcing these minions down mid. However, top and bottom lane are not pushed, but with Baron coming up quite soon, they aren't going to be able to focus that bottom. Maybe position for top in the top half of the river would be perfectly fine, getting some more wards off as they do have vision all the way down to Wolves and into the middle lane of Dignitas, but nothing around the blue side. So Dignitas going to head over that way. They are pinging and saying, we don't have vision, but that's where they are, guys. So get ready to set up for this opposition of Baron. And we're going to have a big team fight coming up in just a few minutes.
They've got a pink ward down. They still cannot afford Oracles, Dignitas. But the Odd One has been just crushing wards with his, so that is good news. And of course, Zeke's Herald, as you mentioned earlier, has already been grabbed there. Special, loving that item. Of course, they have a bunch of auto attackers, so why wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's true. It really helps absolutely everybody on their team, really, but Rise and Janna herself, because of the auto attacks and how fast they would do it. But yeah, Olaf, Shyvana getting into the fight. They're all going to be doing melee damage constantly because that's where they want to be. Push up here, getting these minions out. And they're just kind of turtling it out right now and waiting for this to go down to oppose the Baron. They're going to walk right up this ward line, though, with pure vision of this.
Yeah, they can see that they're, okay, a little bit to the left. They know they're not all camping that brush. Of course, they can use Kog'Maw as well to use his ultimate and reveal these locations on the map. Dignitas are okay to move upwards.
Their vision has been cut off now. No CV on the side of Dignitas, so they're going blindly here. They do catch Voidboy. That's a lot to use that's a lot of tank to use your cooldowns on. I will dominate into the fight by himself. It looks like Chaos will be able to get out. Dominate goes down, and it's too aggressive by Dignitas. I believe this is going to be a free Baron for TSM.
Yep, all Dignitas running away from that fight with their tails between their legs. 5,000 gold to lead. And SoloMid happy to take over this Baron. I think it's their first of this game. Dig did get the prior one, but look at this one happening for him. They're picking that one up. Dyrus getting that last hit there. Kog'Maw will farm bottom, wants that last Whisper. Has enough for it now, so let's see if Cutie Pie can make something happen. Going to recall in place. Blue buff again being taken. TSM has completely controlled the jungle buffs for the last 10 minutes of this game, and it has given them a lot of power here.
Looks like the APs are pretty much well fed right now. Woda on Rise, Frozen, and that Banshee's Veil. Almost a Rabadon's Death Cap on Anivia, they will be able to take out this inhibitor, opening that up for the first one of the game here. They're going to back out. TSM now to start working top and bottom lane. That bottom turret was taken out as well, so they're going to be able to gather up the resources of Dignitas here, take their jungle, and make sure they don't have anything to go on. But they got to be careful because now they got those inhibitors down. They're doing a little bit better in lanes. Dignitas is going to start being fed those lanes. So as long as they freeze them and try not to push them, they're going to start accruing a lot more gold. They can get back into this still. It's anybody's game. TSM only has one inhibitor. We've seen worse.
Yeah, the real MVP of this game right now is SoloMid's vision. It's their Oracle's control, their constant map control. Look at that. This is, again, looking at SoloMid's vision. They can see almost everything, and Dignitas cannot. Every one of these last 2 to 3 fights have been Dignitas runs in thinking they might Baron, we don't know. They've had to move in and make those happen. Let's see what's happening around here. Crowd chanting, pumping up SoloMid. Let's see what they can do. They are definitely behind these guys, giving them as much motivation as possible. Let's see what they can do. Odd one, kind of grouping up with his team, and they just kind of grouped together and said, okay guys, let's do this. We have Baron, let's go.
Yeah, they are pushing pretty aggressively here. They're going to go down and they're going to sweep around. They're saying, you know what? We haven't hit bottom yet. We could possibly just go in freestyle towards mid and go straight for everything. We do see them camping out top. We're going to have a back here as Dignitas thought it was going to be for the top turret. So this is going to be an all-out 5v5 fight. No, some of them have not backed from top yet, so they could get into this base. They're going to go straight for this bottom turret, and it looks like it's going to be a tank. The shield going on to Chaos, and he has not taken any damage yet with that shield up. Here it comes Kog'Maw with the living artillery in. How is TSM going to make this happen? The shield up on Odd One. He's going to take a little bit of damage there as they back. The turret did not go down, so they're still pressing back and forth. Looks like they are going to back from this situation right now.
Yeah, Lucas has a Shirelius. It's good pick up for him. Lets his team initiate into those fights or escape from bad ones. Trinity Force now picked up by Chaos. Okay, well now they instant win, obviously. They've got the only Trinity Force in the game. Almost guaranteed victory here for SoloMid. Let's see what they can do with this. They're pushing up towards this turret. And they're standing a screen's reach apart here. Axes come out from Dyrus. Killing out the rest of these minions. They will soon get in range for this turret.
Go. It's going to have to be a heavy initiation. Kog'Maw getting the Voidoo's out. Dyrus is playing in it, and he's just going to walk right out of it, and they will clear that minion wave. The second one to come in. Third time's a charm. This is only the second wave, but they decide to go for it. The wall is out. Will they initiate Chaos on the switch? And it will be Cutie Pie taking a ton of damage. Going down. Skarna getting egged into rebirth. They focus Skarna still. Lee Sin going for the kick, but Voyboy and Dominate will not be able to hold off the treacherous damage of TSM. TSM moving on to the winner's bracket tomorrow.
And we're going to have to see Dignitas fighting against CLG for survival. Loser of that match will get third. CLG Dig, the first match of tomorrow. The winner of that one, do or die against Team SoloMid. They have grabbed themselves a guaranteed top 2. Congrats to Team SoloMid. But again, Dignitas are not out yet. They fight CLG tomorrow. That is a repeat of the winner bracket semis, where they did they 2-0 or did they 2-1 that one?